looking around this room and seeing so many faces we love and care about and who have supported us through every step of our journey, it really means so much to us. Today is not just about the two of us, but it's about all of you who have helped bring us to this moment. Your presence, your love, and your support have shaped us into who we are both individually and as a couple. And having you here to witness and celebrate the start of this new chapter means more than words can express. While we appreciate y'all so much, there are 4 people in particular that we wanted to take this time to specifically thank for the things and the impact that they've made on the both of us.
Thanks everybody for coming. Just kind of echo what they said. But I want to thank Mom and Dad. You guys are obviously very important. Really, there isn't enough time tonight to really show my appreciation that I have for you guys and everything that you've done. In fact, I actually struggled a bit writing this speech. Not really because I didn't have the words, but I don't really know where to start. They don't really know where to end. We'll try to summarize here. So from the beginning, you guys gave me kind of love and support that made me who I am today. You raised me to understand the value of respect and taking responsibility, and showed me how to work hard, and the importance of doing that. Taking us out on farm calls, cabins, sections, late nights at sale barn, cattle out on the crops and on the road, and fix water gaps, of course. I know you guys are thinking that sounds so much fun. I get it, yeah. Actually, the water gaps is pretty fun, but really to me, really to me, those were fun memories for me. They're exciting moments. Although they may not have been as fun at that time as I remember, of course. But this is just part of us growing up as kids, and they at least made for a lot of really fun stories, and I certainly wouldn't trade any of them for anything. Those experiences were very immensely impactful for me growing up and shaped my own day, because you guys were standing right there to lead me and my siblings, of course. And I've grown up to understand what those things mean, because you guys were such good role models and leaders along the way. You guys taught me how to be tough and how to roll the punches and how to keep battling, you know. You guys gave me those opportunities and to serve, like I said, as role models and teachers and leaders, and really shaped who I've come to be. So, we've always had a very busy family, as a lot of you guys know, and you guys never missed a ball game. You drug us kids all around the world playing ball. All while you guys had full-time jobs. You had starting the ranch up and looking after that. But you guys made us a priority most of all, and provided us with the working trade. You guys are working your tails off doing all that. You guys never made excuses. We got it done. We were making it out there. Because of you guys, I know what it means to rally together when things aren't easy. I would be happy parents that you guys have been to me. Pass that along to our kids. So thank you guys for all of that and all you've done. And I love you guys. And thank you for welcoming me into our family.
To my dad, day in and day out, you have worked your fingers to the bone to provide for our family, yet you have never missed a moment. You have always been a present and loving coach, friend, son, husband, and father, and that's all I could have ever asked for. You've always myself off and say it is what it is when life pushes me down. You have installed in me a level of courage and confidence to go after even my wildest dreams because you have always believed in me. You have taught me about hard work and integrity and treating people with kindness and fairness. And most importantly, you have taught me a love for whiskey. I wish you knew how honored I am when people tell me I am not like you. Thank you for every opportunity, every new place or experience, every lesson, every hug, and all the words of encouragement you have given me throughout life to help shape who I am today. Thank you for your strength and steadfastness and unconditional love that has been a guiding compass for me. Lastly, thank you for your contribution to making this day the best day of Quinn and I's life. Even though you had to get me away at the altar today, please know that I'll always be your brown-eyed girl, and you will always be the first man that I ever loved. To my mama, after all the time, hard work, and dedication that has been put into making this day so special, I felt that it was important to take at least a small amount of time to celebrate you today, because you certainly deserve it. Planning this wedding together has definitely been stressful at times, but so much more fun, and I can't imagine anyone else by my side doing it. I can't thank you enough for making me and Quinn's dreams come true, and it really could not have happened without you. For the past 24 years, you have been my best friend, my biggest cheerleader, and one of the most important women in my life. You have always been my first phone call, and my second, and my third. And then a follow-up text message asking why you're not answering my phone calls. You are strong and fiercely loyal to those that you love. You have been the mother I aspire to be someday because I know with 100% certainty that you would give it all, even your dying breath, to any one of us kids without even batting an eye. You have taught me so much over the course of my life how to be thoughtful and brave and creative, welcoming, and unfortunately for you, Quinn, had to do some damage at the mall. Thank you for every packed lunch and every little note, every care package when I was missing home, for always being there whether I needed a shoulder to cry on or a celebratory hug, and for always being my sunshine when skies are gray. To the both of you, I know that one little speech will never be enough to thank you for all that you've done for me, but I would like you to know that even though I will be known as Mrs. Doe from this day on, Kitten Marcy's daughter will always be a title that I'm proud of, and I love you both so much.
Next we have our maid of honor, so let's make some noise for Danielle.
But it's a simple
by side, dancing around the house, sipping margs at Lost Marks because we took many trips there, and more coffee shop stops than I can count. And of course, the 20 million times that we have danced like fools and sang Fishing in the Dark. I cherish those days. And while life looks a little different now, the memories will always hold a special place in my heart. What brings me even more joy is knowing that I get to continue walking alongside you as you go through this beautiful new chapter of marriage with the love of your life. Peyton, you're truly beautiful inside and out. You radiate God's love in everything you do, and anyone who knows you feels the warmth of your spirit in any room that you walk in. I'm beyond lucky to call you my best friend, and I wouldn't trade it for a chip for the world. Now let's talk about Quinn. I actually met him, well, kind of. When he DM'd me on Instagram, November 20th, 2022, while Peyton was home from a zoo for Thanksgiving. He wanted to surprise her, and that right there told me everything I needed to know. He already cared so deeply about making her feel special, and from that moment he entered her life and noticed something, a peace. A calm, joyful peace that only true love can bring. Watching Peyton and Quinn grow together has been such a privilege. They're both brilliant, hardworking, and currently crushing it at school. Talk about a power couple. But even more than that, they're grounded in their faith and in each other. My prayer for you both is that you always keep the Lord at the center of your marriage, let Him be your guide, your strength, and your foundation. So let's raise our glasses to Peyton and Quinn. May your life together be full of laughter, grace, joy, and a whole lot of dancing and fishing in the dark.
Cheers. Next, we have our matron of honor. So
My name is Shelby. I get the honor of being Peyton's older sister. First, like we've said throughout the night, thank you all so much for being here and celebrating my beautiful sister and her handsome new husband. And then thank you also to my parents and Quinn's parents. You raised some pretty awesome humans. So without you guys, this would never happen. I first am going to start with Quinn. So like Dad had said earlier, we met Quinn in Mizzou. We all met at the bar and we played bags. And I knew Quinn was a perfect fit because we were all sitting around the table playing cards, chit-chatting. And then you got Kit, Quinn, and Cade watching some type of football game on the phone, not paying attention at all to the card game we were playing. So that was fun for us girls, every time. But then we went to dinner that night, we were all just watching, I can't even remember what game we were watching, but Quinn was so involved with this game. I'm like, man, this dude can watch a game. And so that I knew because my dad does that, my brother does that. Us girls just hung out and loved being in their presence, and I just knew then that he was going to be the next fit. So thank you so much for loving her and, dealing with some of the not so lovely quirks of Peyton. Even though she is beautiful inside and out, I have no faith. I have all the faith. Sorry, Peyton. I have all the faith that you are going to take amazing care of her and that you are going to love her until the end of the day. You're going to be a great man in the house. You're going to be a great father someday, hopefully, and I can't wait to see that happen. Now, Paige Sue, my baby bud. So this little girl was my first sibling. Mom and Kit came home and they're like, "You're gonna have a sibling." I was like, "Really?" I was 7 years old. I was the only on 4 of the families, the only grandchild. Little did I know at 7 years old, I was gonna have a built-in best friend for the rest of my life. When you were younger, don't do it. makeup artist. We shared a bathroom, which was very interesting because we are totally different humans. One's clean and one's not. But we made it work. And our favorite phrase when we were growing up, we had this picture where there was a porcupine and a turtle with a hairbrush. And it said, "Love will find a way." And I am so glad that this is your love that found your way, because it's perfect. I am so proud of the woman you become, even though you came from a little Doolittle doctor who screamed even at the thought of a rat being hurt. But, and pursuing your dreams and finding the perfect man for you. I know that you prayed long and hard to find him, and God gave him to you, and I think it's just so perfect. So, cheers to you guys, to many, many, many years of happiness and love. I love you, Deacon.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Our last but definitely not least, let's give it up for
I wanted the Ray Lewis mega church pastor, Mike, not this regular one. When you see that too, by the way, it's like, okay, we better buckle in. He's not even carrying a mic around. He's got it on the head. We're for the long haul there, so I guess we got that going. I do have this in the notes app. It's right next to my top 5 undercover names. Tony Pepper, and then obviously the greatest of all time, Ron Mexico, Michael Vick. All right, lock the doors. I'm doing that. But to echo what Quinn said, it's tough to find a starting place for this type of speech because nobody cares about the 2007 basketball season, So we got to find a good place to start off. But I've been blessed to have a brother like him. I mean, he's laughed at every joke I've made since 2000. I mean, he's laughing right now. I'll have to go over here. It'll just turn into us just laughing, and everybody will just sit in silence. But I basically made my own best friend growing up. I'm 6 years older than Quinn, and so I was always bigger, stronger, more handsome, and, teach him how to do things right. And in today's economy, it's just cheaper just to raise your own best friend. I feel I was already, find one, so, I was blessed to be able to do that with Quinn, teach him, football, baseball, Quinn, he likes his sports, and, loves him love. And what he's probably most, I think, everybody knows this about him, and my friends told this to me, it's called island time. We're always like 15, 30 minutes late. Hey, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Well, it could be an hour, it could be whatever. So I've been working on that myself. And Quinn's also, he's putting in some time on that. One thing I do remember when I think about, when I was trying to write this speech, trying to figure out what I was going to say, I think about Quinn, like when we were kids, he was always a small guy, his age difference, and he always had his outfit from age 3 to 6 or 7 was basketball jersey, basketball shorts, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat. And he wore this cowboy hat for years and wore it out. And how many people you know said, yeah, I've worn a cowboy hat at my age, 6 or 7. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And then a quick little story too. And like I said, I'm glad I don't have the mega church pastor things. I'd be, the Ray Lewis mic, I'd be all over, but Martin, decent player in Maple, and it's in the summer, and the All-Star window came out and says, hey, did Martin, make the All-Star team? I said, no, buddy, he isn't that good. He's not good enough. And Quinn just started crying. Why? He just cared a lot about it. It's funny. He was very, very invested, in that way. But, I'm probably one of the few people here that can also say I was there the night when Peyton met at Black Bolt. Quinn, at the time, was one of 2 or 3 non-gay, non-married guys in the class. So that's a fun. There's just a train of girls following one another. And if you go over here, they just all migrate over here. It's like, I'm just sitting here watching it happen. And I met Baby there, and then, a month later, they're together. So that was pretty cool. I actually think about that night all the time. Very special. Very special. And, one thing I would say about Quinn and Peyton, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, is they look at each other in such a different way. They're obsessed with each other, and which is good, right? Nobody's having half out. I'm serious. Nobody's having half out, and I think it's a great thing, and I think that's a good baseline for them moving forward, being married, being happy together forever. So I'll go ahead and wrap it up, and grab your glass, and we'll do a toast.
All right, we did this. It's about over. I'm wearing this thing without crying with you. First of all, I want to just thank everybody for coming. Wow, this is incredible. This blows my mind when you guys have driven this far. It's always a crapshoot whether, maybe wanting to find a place halfway between the little family and halfway between the senior family and every family and all that kind of stuff. So, thank you very much for this today. She wanted to be close enough that her Columbia friends would come, so thanks guys for coming as well. Next, I want to do a special thanks to all our friends that have helped us put this thing together, and a special thanks to Melissa Dixon. Melissa. All right. So Melissa now has planned 2 weddings for us, 2 very successful weddings. So thanks, Melissa. We really appreciate it. And then I want to thank my wife, Marcy. Marcy, she's as well. Half you know how much of a planner she is. She's been wedding now for over a year. So, but Peyton did a large mode of this because she was separated she was by herself over here. So we may have raised a better planner than Marcy, believe it or not. But our friends better be prepared because she's going to be planning something else soon. Peyton, I'm going to keep this short, but Peyton was basically a blessing from day one. I remember we were in the delivery room, we've done all our things, and sonograms and all that stuff. Marcy and I, we pretty much knew what we were going to have. And so we were in the delivery room, and Marcy's mom was in there, and I'm doing the support thing. Baby was crying, so that's good. And then I hear Dean's voice. It's Marcy, the older, you know, obviously she looks like Marcy, but deep down she acts like me. So, that's pretty cool. So Quinn, you're getting well-rounded. But no, Peyton, you know, Peyton's hard-working, she's driven, she's dedicated, you know, she's a woman of faith, she's willing to serve others. She even comes with a little bit of competitiveness and attitude. So Quinn, she'll tell you what to do from time to time. But Peyton, we could be more proud of you. But Quinn was first time we were asked to go to Columbia and meet this guy. She met at that school. So anyway, we're down at this. I think actually the whole family went. Peyton, and anyway, we were all there. We were at this restaurant, the Heidelberg, something. Anyway, we were at this burger place. And we were waiting, of course, when he was waiting. He's got to work on that street. But no, you know, first impressions are always good. Quinn came in, button-up shirt, you know, did everything well-mannered, respectful, confident, wasn't cocky. Just all the things that you could just tell that he was ready for that. You know? So that makes things a lot easier for me. And Harry and Lisa, kudos to you for raising a strong young man for my daughter. But yeah, the longer we knew Quinn, he's a super good work ethic, which fits into our family really good. And families have worked with him, so that's awesome. So Quinn, welcome to the family. I'm going to give you a little, just at the end, I'm going to both give you a little bit of advice, a little secret. Marriage is hard. I mean, you guys thought that school was hard. It's tough. I mean, you got to put the work in. But, you know, I mean, you guys get blessed to have kids, and you know, you guys are trying to start your careers. Man, there's a lot of things pulling at you. So you guys stick together and you know, put the work in. You guys will be fine. You know, everybody here has got a birthday. Everybody's got a death day. It's the dash in between the matters. Okay? So be loyal to your friends. Make time for your friends. They're the ones that's going to keep you there. Stay close to your family. Love you guys.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now we have a blessing from the heart of the